Volatility. What other signals do you have your eyes on, Dan, that will tell you what we could be in for next?
You look at the Dow for a longer term chart pattern. If you look back over the last year and a half, there has been a chart out there circulating the last couple of months that it looks very similar to the 1929 chart that they saw. So, I mean, that's, I think, playing into some traders' minds as well, as you see.
The time period is exactly the same time period.
That is incredible, really, when you look at it. It's chilling.
It really is, because
we joke about it,
we're
but it's
just
chilling.
About to go up.
As they did, and then it went straight down.
So so April 2nd, 14 is really the bottom of the crash.
And if this chart were to hold up, it would drop from over 16,000 where it is now down to somewhere in the 12s, it looks like. That would be significant.
Yeah.
Discussing America's security challenges and a solution for peace between Israelis and Palestinians. Connor Powell live in Jerusalem with the latest. Hi, Connor.
Hi, Arthel. Well, Secretary of State John Kerry spent the last 9 months shuttling between Washington and Jerusalem trying to craft an agreement between the Israelis and Palestinians. And despite the lack of sort of tangible progress so far in crafting that deal, Kerry said today he is optimistic a deal can be reached, at least a framework agreement can be reached by the end of April. Both Israeli and Palestinian publics have overwhelmingly supported a peace agreement, according to polls taken in recent weeks and months. What happens in the next couple of weeks will really dictate what happens for the long-term peace agreement going forward, Arthel.
Some serious tug of war to come.
To your health tonight. The next time you visit Roper St. Francis, instead of sticking out your tongue and saying, ah, you might hold out your hand as a wave of infrared light tells the Roper staff member who you are. It's called palm scanning technology. And Roper St. Francis says it not only gets through to your appointment on time, it protects your identity along the way.
And then right back down.
It may look like something out of science fiction.
Just basically a small scanner that allows us to take a picture of the vein pattern in your hand. Our palm scanners are the new patient identification system that we're using throughout all of Roper St. Francis healthcare system to make sure we accurately identify the patient each and every time they come in and present for a visit.
And Roper St. Francis says palm scanning is one way to access your unique electronic health record, to review your history and document your care each visit.
When it comes to financial transactions, signatures can of course be forged, and PIN codes and passwords can be cracked. But I'm about to authorise a credit card payment using one of the most secure methods around. It's a system called Pulse Wallet. It has an infrared camera in there which scans the vein pattern in my hand. That pattern is as unique as a fingerprint and far more difficult to copy. The technology, developed by Fujitsu, is already in use in cash machines in Japan and Brazil, and it could soon find its way into shops in the not-too-distant future.
One of the world's giant retailers, the British supermarket chain Tesco, is to kick off facial recognition technology to improve its advertising strategy. But privacy campaigners are already sounding the alarm, as RT's Laura Smith explains.
So say it's Thursday morning, I walk into a shop, in it all the usual stuff, plus a special camera that scans my face. It recognises that I'm female and aged between 30 and 45. If you think that's something out of a futuristic movie, think again. It's what's happening now.
Today, the government takes on the issue of facial recognition technology and your privacy. Tech companies are among the groups coming to Washington to help create the first voluntary guidelines. 60 Minutes correspondent Leslie Stahl began looking into the impact last year.
Facial recognition is already in some of our home appliances, like TVs.
Hi, TV.
In our mobile devices, pins and passwords are giving way to face prints. And the technology can single us out in real time as we go about our daily business, often without us ever knowing.
What's unique about face recognition is the fact that you can do it surreptitiously from a distance and continually.
It can happen, we don't even know.
That's the point.
The future is that everyone will have a camera on them, and this technology already exists for facial recognition technology. What's the scariest thing about this technology?
Basically, there are databases being created right now of your face, matching that to your profile. Part of what the government is going to look into is to try to create some rules and some regulations to say that if you do create a database like this, that you have to actually explicitly be a part of it instead of being included by default. Right now, the government wants to at least put some sort of voluntary rules in place to really make recommendations of what you should do with this data, and hopefully there'll be some